Hey there, Paul from Patterson Valley Permaculture. In this series of videos, we're going to go through how we design the property using permaculture principles. In the next videos, we'll go through our goals, our objectives, our site information, and how we use maps overlaid over each other to start setting up our design. When starting the design process, we need to assess what the property is going to be used for, whether it is to grow your own food, create a self-sufficient homestead, or to raise animals. And in order to design this, we need to gather lots of information about the site, such as geographic location, for climate zoning, elevation, soil types, and property size. We can then start to look at what we can design into the site and get the most out of the property. Here you'll see an overview of the site, and what we've done here is show you the boundary. This gives you a good framework. Then one of the first things we do is overlay that with a contour map. Once you've overlaid that over the boundary, it gives you a good idea of the lay of the land. This also shows you the slope of the land and where the water is going to run on the site. It's easy to tell if you draw lines 90 degrees to contour, and then afterwards draw arrows. You will easily see the flow of the water across the site. This is especially handy if you want to do overflows from dams or design in your overflow from your swale. This contour map also helps you decide where to put your dams and your swales on your site. The second map is to highlight the structures on the site. On this site I have two existing structures. One is my house, which is zone 0, and the other is the shed. I've also highlighted the nursery here, and this is along this boundary. The third map is the access map. This shows the entry to the property and any existing pathways. You can see I've highlighted the driveway here. Once we have the boundary, contour and structure map overlaid onto each other, you can start to put together a plan for your water. Now that we've got the contour map there, we can see the best places for dams, water storage and swales that we need to install onto the site for tree growing systems, or to soak and spread the water across the property. Here on the map you can see there's several dams that are being implemented. The best thing you can do is to store water as high as possible on your property. And this you can see here. And that needs to soak and spread down. And you want to slow down that water and keep it on your property for as long as possible. You can see that I'm showing that the water is flowing off the roof and the structures where we have water tanks. The house is solely on water tanks and we do not have town water. One thing to remember is that water always flows 90 degrees to contour. So when you're drawing your water map, keep this in mind for the flow, and you can easily see where water will start channeling through the site. So now we have the water access and structure map with the maps all overlaid with each other and the topographical map taken away, so it doesn't distract us from the actual drawing. You can see now the flow of the land goes from the top right hand corner across and down to the boundary of the property. The fall of the land is approximately 14 metres, so it's not too bad, but it gives us some good opportunities for creating some dams further down the site. One other thing, if you want to build your longest swale on your property, you go to your highest, longest boundary and go from the bottom and all the way around the property, and here you will see your longest swale. Generally, that is at the bottom, but I always tend to start at the top with a swale and work my way down the property. Some of the features of the property, you can see that it is northeast facing, which isn't ideal, but that's okay because we can put some things in place to counteract that and shade the afternoon sun in the summer and open it up to allow that lighting in the winter. All in all, the property is a blank canvas, apart from an existing dam down the bottom of the left hand corner here and a couple of paperbark trees in the front paddock. Apart from that, there's no other trees on the site and it's just old pasture. Okay, that's all for this video. In the next one of the series, I'll go through zones and sectors and show you how to start to implement your design. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.